In the following dramatization, note how a parent's faith is tested.
Another busy day. My daughter's going to preach, I'm off to work, and it's family worship night.
Bye, Dad.
Have a good day, sweetie.
All right, listen up. I got an announcement for everybody. Starting this month.
What? More required overtime?
Okay, that's it. That's all I got. Let's get back to work.
It's extra money. But how can I do it and take care of Regina?
Your local channel 17, where news comes first.
Dad, isn't it family worship night?
Maybe a little later, sweetie.
I wanted to, but I was spent. Again.
Our brother knew it was family worship night. But extra work, the pressures of life were dragging him down. His faith was being tested. Would he imitate Noah or his neighbors? Noah's neighbors lacked faith. They did not do what was needed to save their families. Instead, Jesus said they were so distracted by their daily lives, eating and drinking, getting married, that they took no note until the flood came and took them all away. Life in this system is hard. We appreciate the hard work and effort that you parents are making to keep a good spiritual routine for your family. We know how tempting it can be to say, well, we'll study later, or we'll pick it up again next week. See the danger. Putting off our spiritual routine this week can easily lead to 3 weeks, and then 6 weeks, and then not at all.
We're watching John Ekrann, who is a helper to the personnel committee of the governing body. He is here giving a symposium item titled Imitate the Faithful, Not the Faithless, Noah, Not His Neighbours. And hopefully you share my indignation at this message and the way it's being delivered. Jehovah's Witness parents are here essentially being told, skip family worship night and you endanger the life of your child. What happened to Noah? He built an ark and survived. What happened to Noah's neighbours? They didn't get in the ark and they drowned. Do you want to drown, or do you want to be otherwise executed by God when he brings Armageddon? Of course you don't. So you'll do as we tell you, and you'll make sure your children are indoctrinated at family worship sessions once a week.
Noah and his wife could hardly have shielded their boys from all the stories that circulated about those giants. Imagine some of the discussions that Noah and his wife had with their boys. The materialized wicked angels and their Nephilim sons were men of fame and admired by everyone for their superhuman capabilities. Even today, people are fascinated with stories and movies of humans with superpowers. But those wicked angels and their sons, the Nephilim, were nothing to be admired or imitated. Noah taught his sons not to admire or copy them. They had to help their boys see that Jehovah felt hurt by the violence and rebellion in the world. The boys needed to learn to love Jehovah and imitate him. Parents, take the time to teach your children to hate what Jehovah hates and to love what Jehovah loves. Jehovah hates liars, cheaters, bullies, selfishness, and greed. On the other hand, Jehovah loves honesty, peace, love, sharing, and self-control.
Hold on, John Ekrann. What was that Jehovah hates again?
Jehovah hates liars, cheaters, bullies, selfishness, and greed.
So he must hate the governing body. Doesn't that describe precisely the Jehovah's Witness leadership. We're talking about 8 bloated dudes who meet every Wednesday at their lakeside compound and discuss ways to micromanage the lives of the 8.5 million Jehovah's Witnesses who follow them and who put their own needs first, or the needs of their organization first, to the extent where they persuade Jehovah's Witnesses to die rather than accept blood transfusions, and to the extent where they put children in harm's way through their horrendous policies on child abuse, which include keeping a database on predators that doesn't get handed over to law enforcement. If that's not selfish and greedy, I don't know what is. And as for bullies, how about the shunning policy? How is that not bullying 8.5 million Jehovah's Witnesses if you're literally telling them, follow us, do as we say to the letter, or we can arrange for your believing family members to abandon you? So yes, that part really grated. But again, we're dealing with a talk where we're supposed to be reminded of the flood of Noah's day and the faithfulness of Noah versus the faithlessness of Noah's neighbours, which included, of course, the Nephilim. There were giants, apparently, in Earth's distant past. We just haven't found any archaeological remains to support their existence yet. But yes, these Nephilim existed, apparently, according to John Ekrann, and he uses the Nephilim to make a not-so-subtle dig at superhero films.
Even today, people are fascinated with stories and movies of humans with superpowers.
It may be subtle, it may be, as I've said, just a dig. He hasn't said, don't go watching Marvel films, don't go watching superhero films, but I am telling you, as someone raised in a Jehovah's Witness family, as someone raised by Jehovah's Witness parents who took their beliefs very seriously, there will be Jehovah's Witness parents in the audience who will prevent their children from watching superhero films based purely on this part of John Ekrann's talk.
In the following dramatization, note how our brother imitates Noah's faith.
Violence and looting continue despite curfews.
The world is such a mess. It's everything Jesus said it would be. She's so good, spiritually minded like her mother was. Can I expect she'll stay that way on her own?
Generation of Design, premiering tonight at 8:30 Central.
In the wake of a massive earthquake with a magnitude of 8.1 that struck off the
Leaders
north.
from around the world have come together and made notable statements on social media today expressing confidence. One leader posted, "Finally, we are seeing global coordination that gives us the hope of a secure future. We have a unique opportunity to end
If it is just like Noah's day, I need to show faith like he did.
including a 17-year-old teenager.
Let's do our family worship.
Okay.
I need to show faith in Jehovah and work hard to save my family.
Did you notice how our brother acted in faith? Our brother imagined what could happen to his daughter if she lost her spirituality and adopted the lifestyle of the world. What he saw really scared him. He immediately turned off the TV and joined his daughter for family worship. Parents, by imitating Noah, you can save both yourself and your family.
And there we have it. This, for me, is the most disgusting and overtly manipulative video that we've seen so far at this year's convention. What was all that about? A girl is sitting in a leather jacket and wearing eyeliner and being collected by her boyfriend. And we have ominous music. We have a heartbeat sound effect. It's like it's some kind of horror movie, and it's all intended to terrify Jehovah's Witnesses into thinking that if they don't keep up with their indoctrination routine, specifically regarding family worship evenings, there's a good chance their child is going to die when Armageddon comes. That's the clear message here, because we're talking about the context of Noah's day and how if you weren't in the ark when the flood of Noah hit, you were going to drown. And similarly today, if you're not a Jehovah's Witness, if you're not faithful as a Jehovah's Witness when Armageddon comes, you're going to be on the wrong end of a fireball. Do you want your daughter to die a fiery death while she's out on a date with her boyfriend? Of course you don't. So you're going to do what's expected of you as a Jehovah's Witness parent and make sure your daughter gets indoctrinated. What does this extreme level of scaremongering say about this organization? They can't simply say, we'd like it if you keep up with your family worship evenings, because that way you will strengthen your family spiritually and they will benefit. No. They have to put on the ominous music. They have to include the heartbeat sound effect. They have to inspire fear and terror in the minds of Jehovah's Witness parents, because they want the next generation of Jehovah's Witness followers to be indoctrinated, whatever it takes.